You're going to need a large stability ball, a small Pilates ball, some weights and a resistance band, maybe a long one. And we might also use a chair. You can also come down on the floor, but the chair is a modifier. So without further ado, let's get started. This is total body fitness. So let's start with just the shoulders, bringing the shoulders up towards the ears, shrugging and release. And then shake out the arms and circle the wrists. We're going to twist side to side. Go ahead and reach the arm across now, taking a larger twist. Four, three, two, and one. We're going to take a giant arm circle. So you're going to bring the arm, right arm out to the side, up to the ceiling, then turn and twist and lower the arm down. Again, right arm's going to reach out and up, and turn and twist and lower down. Other side, reaching up, turn and twist and lower. And then widen the stance, turn your toes out. You're going to bend the knees and do little plies. Take the arms open to a T, palms will go up and down. Four, three, two, and one. Straighten the legs and squeeze your glutes. Tightening up the thighs. Start to lengthen by pulling in the belly button, reaching the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Now let's bend those knees again. We're going to lift a heel now. Right heel, left heel. Right heel, left. Four, three, two, and one. Straighten the legs, turn the toes forward. Touch the floor. Now I want you to bend your knees and bring the hands towards the floor to your degree. And then come back up. Bring the feet together and shake your legs. High knees, picking up right and left. And then calf raises. You're going to come up onto the balls of the feet. We're also going to take the arms up as well. Two more. And one more. We're going to use the chair only if you have one or an ottoman. We're just going to sit and stand up. So sitting onto your chair barely, and then making your way back up. Two more. And one more. You're going to turn around and place your hands onto your chair. And we're going to twist and stretch. So you're going to bring your hand behind your back, turn open, and release, and switch, and release. Turn, switch, and turn. One more time to each side. And then take a stretch. Bring the arms further forward and stretch it out. Make your way back up. Now here's where you can either get your big stability ball or continue to use a chair or ottoman. All right, with your big ball, we're gonna come down onto the knees. Gonna place the forearms onto the ball, and we're just gonna roll the ball forward and back. Now, if you're using a chair, you're not gonna necessarily roll the ball, but you would just take the arms forward and back, crawling them forward and back. Belly's pulling in, your back is flat, try not to let it back bend. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna come up to kneeling. You're gonna take the ball to one side. You're gonna extend the other leg out away from the ball. We're gonna take a side stretch, but it is strengthening through the core. So you're gonna reach the arm up, you're gonna roll the ball out to the side till you get a straight diagonal line, and then come back up. You can use your arm on your chair instead, just to give you the support. You can also do this with no support, no ball, no chair. Do one more and change sides. Extending your leg out, arm up, reaching the ball away. Get a nice long line. Don't be in a hurry. The work is in this position, so hang out there. Don't be too quick to come out. And one more. Okay, so next what we're gonna do is we're gonna come onto our stomach on the ball into a plank position. Now, you can also do this lying on your stomach, but if you also have an ottoman, it'd be better than a chair. So you're gonna be on your belly, and you're gonna extend your feet behind you wide. That way you've got a base. Your arms are gonna come out to the side, and we're gonna take little circles. Reverse the circle. And take rest. Come down to your knees and stretch it out. We're gonna come back onto our belly again, this time doing a snow angel. So onto the belly. Arms are gonna start back by your hips, come out to the side and up towards your ears, and then bring it back by your hips. Do two more. And last one, take rest. You can stretch it out by reaching the arms forward. Okay, so you're gonna put your big ball away. You're gonna grab your light weights. I've got 3 pounds. All right, we're gonna start with a front arm raise. Today, instead of having the palms facing down, we're gonna try with the palms facing inward. A micro bend in your elbows. Your belly is pulling in and strong, your knees are soft. Make sure your head is back in good posture, and we lift to about shoulder height or slightly lower. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do a bent over fly. So knees will go soft, even softer. Back is going to be flat. I'm going to think hinge at the hip. The first thing you want to do is butt goes backwards, and then chest comes forward and down to a 45-degree angle. Make sure your belly is in, right? Nice and strong. Pull it in strong. Arms are going to sweep open to a T. Your neck is long and your gaze is out on the floor, out in front of you, about 4 feet. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and make your way up to standing and shake it out. You're gonna bring your light weights together and we're gonna figure 8 and twist. So feet about shoulder width apart in a soft bend. You're gonna turn and row your boat, creating a figure 8. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Relax, shake it out. We're now going to step back into a lunge. So take your right foot forward. Your left foot's going to come back straight, and we're going to take the arms into a front arm raise. So you're going to go forward and down. Now you can also add a knee bend, making it a split squat if you so choose. You bend both knees as you bring the arms up. Okay, so you can make it easy or hard. Let's do 8 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Change sides. And we begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, we're going to either do the bent over fly again standing up, but if you happen to have a stability ball, you're going to get that big ball back out. You can also do this on your ottoman. You're going to come onto your belly, and we're going to bring those arms out to the side. So you want your legs off the floor. Wide stance will give you some stability. Your arms are going to start on the floor. Your neck is long, and your arms will come out to the side and lower down. So you can use an ottoman, you can do your ball, or you can just stand and bend over. Here we go. 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and rest your weights down and stretch it out. You're gonna come to hands and knees. You can just roll your ball to the side. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a donkey kick. You're gonna bend the knee, you're gonna lift the heel up towards the ceiling, and then bring it back down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Change legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Give me a downward facing dog so you can stretch out your hips. You're gonna bend one knee at a time. Make your way back to standing. And you're going to change out your light weights for your heavy weights. We're gonna bicep curl, but we're gonna do it hammer style, meaning that the fingers are gonna face inward, like you're holding a hammer and bringing it down. A special note is today we're gonna keep the elbow locked in, right next to your body, and you want the elbow pointing down towards the floor. A common mistake is people will bring it up and rest by bringing the elbows forward and the weights all the way up to the shoulders. By keeping the elbows here, you're keeping constant tension in the biceps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 2 more. 11, and 12. Nice job. We're gonna use your chair and only one of these weights. So I'm just gonna put my weight on my chair. And we're gonna do a bent over row. So how I like you to do it is if you're gonna put the weight, let's say I've got my left hand, I'm gonna put my left leg forward and put my right hand on the chair, just for a little bit. I can even just kind of cupcake the hand. And then you're gonna let that arm relax completely. Really get a good stretch of that shoulder blade. Then you're gonna bend the elbow, but I want you to drive the weight back towards the hip, working more of your lat and less of your arm. Lat is a big muscle in your back. Connect your arm to your spine, and we're gonna pull, okay? Keep the neck long, your belly button is pulled in, 10 of these. 1, exhale 2, exhale 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's do 2 more. 11 and 12. Nice job. Let's try the other side. So now if you have the right leg forward with the weight in the right hand, unless you did it reverse, no big deal. Here we go. Pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, and 12. Nice job. Next, we're gonna use your chair. You could also use your ball, and we're gonna do a mountain climber. So you're gonna bring your forearms to the chair, or your ottoman, or your ball, and your feet are gonna go back. You're gonna drive knee into chest as high as you can go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch it out. All right, we're gonna need one heavy weight. We're gonna balance. You're gonna place that weight into one hand. You're gonna lift up one leg. And then change legs. Okay, let's try the other arm. Picking up one leg. Change legs. We're gonna do it again. So bring it back to your starting arm, but instead of picking up the leg forward, you're gonna hamstring curl. Kicking back and hold that balance. It feels a little bit more like a flamingo. Change legs. And then release, change the hand. And Ray has joined us today, bending one knee in a flamingo style, and then change. And then release. And depending on how heavy your weight is, I want you to be able to grip the end and you're gonna let it release, let it hang straight down, and you use your wrist to try to bring it and grab the other end. So I've got 8 pound, it's probably a little too heavy. So I would probably, if I were to pick one, maybe do a 5 or a 6 pound weight. So see about doing that with that weight level. And once you get the hang of that, you're gonna do it standing on one leg, flamingo style. So you're gonna bend one knee, like a hamstring curl, and then pass the weight. See if you can hold that balance. Heavier the weight, the harder it is, right? Because the weight's taking you off your center. Try it a few times. See how many times you can pass it before you put down a foot. And then change legs. All right. So let's go ahead and put that down. We're going to change it out for a long resistance band. Now you can do the TheraBand that has no handles, but you could also grab a handle kind. Any of those will do. And let's grab, let's start with a light one first, and then we'll do it again, and then you can decide if you want to go heavier. So we're going to step on it, and we're going to hold the ends. We're gonna do a bent over fly. So you're gonna bend your knees, hinge over, and you're gonna bring the arms open to a T. Okay? Working the upper back today, and the back of the shoulders. All right, so if this was a good resistance band, if this felt like a strong enough band for you, stick with it. Because now we're gonna do that same move, but balancing on one leg. So you're gonna step one foot on the band. The other foot's gonna go behind you. You can keep the toe on the ground or lift it. You're gonna hinge down, okay? Then from there, make sure you got one focal point out in front of you, about 4 feet, and then you're gonna pull on the band. Not so hard, not so easy to do. So let's see what we can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Whew. Try the other side. All right, so you're gonna feel like you got even pull. Band's right in the middle of the foot. You're gonna lift the leg behind you and come into a balance, a little teeter-totter, and then arms are gonna come open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. Shake it out. All right, you may want to switch the band because this might be too light, or maybe you double it up. We're going to do a straight arm pull apart. So you're going to hold onto your band and straight arm pull apart. Yeah, I got to change out my band. It's too loose if I have it one way, and it's too tight if I do it the other way. So you're going to take your band, you're going to pull apart till it hits you right in the sternum. Okay, arms are going to stay straight the whole time. I really want you to feel like the initiation is your shoulder blades. Shoulder blades, moving, letting them come apart and together as much as possible. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, shake it out. So we're going to come to lying on the floor, and we're going to be doing some hamstring work. So you either can use your ottoman or chair, or you can get your big stability ball. You're going to lie down on your back. Feet are going to go on the chair or your ball. And you're going to lift the hips up into bridge. You can keep the arms down by your sides. Okay, that's going to be for extra balance and support. You can also take the arms straight up towards the ceiling. Do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees into your chest. Both legs are going to come up into the air. Point your toes, then flex your feet. Point your toes, then flex your feet. Point, then flex, and point, and flex. With your feet flexed, you're going to open your legs to a V. You're going to reach through like you're trying to touch your chair, ottoman, or ball. And we're going to pulse here. 1, 2, head and shoulders are pulsing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take rest, knees come in. All right, we're going to do this now with one leg. So you can either use your ball, you can use your chair, or you can just use the floor. Doing a one-legged hip lift or bridge. All right, let's do 10 on each side. We begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Happy baby, drawing the knees in, grab a hold of your toes, go really wide. You can roll side to side if that feels good. Both legs up in the air. We're going to crisscross the legs. Now here, you can either keep the legs just apart, but if you happen to have a small Pilates ball, you're going to grab that and place that between your ankles. and roll the ball. You can keep the ball straight up or your feet straight up, or you can lower part way down. Just remember, we want to keep the spine in a neutral position or pressing the lower back. I like a neutral position, just don't let it back bend too much, all right? And that puts too much pressure there. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. If you happen to still have that ball, you're going to place it between your knees and place your legs into a dead bug position. If you don't have a ball, if you have a block, that will also work, or a pillow, something just to keep your knees in line with your hips. Because what we're going to do from here is we're going to open the feet, doing an internal rotation. You can even put your hands right here on your hip bones and feel your muscles work right into your legs are working, and you can feel it right on top of your hip bones working. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. Release your ball or your block. You can go wide with your feet and do a windshield wiper to release the tension. So you really want your feet nice and wide so that you're getting a stretch in the front thigh. Right down the front, up into the hip. Make sure your knee is going straight down away from you. And then coming back to center, bring your knees into your chest. You're going to roll up or make your way up to a seated position. We're going to do one more shoulder blade exercise. It's the scapular push-up. You can do this using your chair or ottoman, or you can do it all the way on your mat. If you do it on your mat, you probably want to keep your knees on the ground, but if you're doing it up on an ottoman, you can have your legs up in like a straight plank. And what you're looking to do is be on your elbows, okay? So you've got to be on your elbows, and you're going to push really hard against the wall or the floor or your chair, and then you're going to retract, bringing the shoulder blades, pinching them together. So it feels like I'm doing a big time cat and cow with my upper back, but instead we're going to come down onto the ground, elbows down, knees are going to go back so that you can tuck your tailbone under. You got to really squeeze your glutes, squeeze in your belly button, and then you're going to let your shoulder blades pinch together and then push apart. Trying to get as much range as you can. Some people even say it feels a little bit like they're doing a little shoulder roll, right? If you do your shoulder roll, you feel your shoulder blades come forward and together. You can also do it on the chair, like I mentioned, or ottoman. Your legs would be straight then. Same squeeze, tight legs, tight butt, belly in. Both very effective. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Take a quick stretch. All right, let's make your way back up to standing. All right, let's take a side stretch. You can bring your feet together. You can also use your wall or your ottoman or your chair. You're gonna reach up and over. And then change, and if you don't have anything to hold on to, you can put your hand on your hip. And then come to center. We're gonna do a wide-legged half forward bend. So you're gonna straighten the legs, tighten them up, belly in, and you're only gonna fold till your chest is parallel to the floor, no further, because I want the back to stay straight. And then come back up. You're gonna turn open your toes and you're gonna bend the knees. We're gonna take another side bend, hand to thigh or elbow or forearm to thigh, reaching over. And change. And coming back to center, we're gonna do standing cat and cow. So you're gonna soften your knees. You're gonna do a back bend, bring the elbows behind you, and then you're gonna push forward around the spine. Inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. One more, inhale, and exhale. Coming to center, shoulder rolls. Going to bring your hands to your shoulders. Elbows are bent and you're going to bring them forward and in. From here, I want you to think that you're going to draw a little figure eight. You can separate your feet a little bit and you're just trying to draw a figure eight with both elbows. Getting a stretch in the back, in the lat, back of the shoulder blades. And then to do a chest stretch, the opposite of this, you're going to reach the arms behind you, clasp the hands, put your palms together, squeeze the shoulder blades together and draw the knuckles down towards the floor. And release. Quad stretch is your final stretch. You can hang on to the wall or your chair, grab a hold of your foot, and bring the knee towards the floor. And if you can't quite do this, you can always take a towel around your foot instead. But I really also enjoy to lie down and do this stretch. And change, other side. Twisting it out to finish. All right, shake out your arms, shake out your legs. Guys, thank you so much for coming and doing the class today.